Oh my goodness, you guys, I am so excited about this bundle that LDRS Creative has brought to HSN. This is super cute. I haven't seen the listing. I'm assuming it's called Watercolor Effects Floral, but whatever the name is, it'll be in the title there. So they did send these items free of charge for my review, and of course, all opinions are my own, and any links I have in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items to those links. You guys, we have the Watercolor Flex Floral 1 and then 2, and this one has 28 stamps, this one has 21 stamps. These are photopolymer stamps. Just I'm like gobsmacked. I don't know what to tell you because I think this is such a smart set. So if you guys have seen things like this in the past, where you do a little something and you kind of pull the color out and you're making like a watercolor effect of whatever it is that you're working with. But what they're doing here is they give you the outline, like a little sketch, and then they gave you well, in some cases maybe more, but 2 layers to kind of flesh it out. Like these little containers, have these little posies, you have like little grass or like whatever it is that you want to, play with there, or maybe even in the pot, but maybe to the side of it. You have like these cascading flowers, some beautiful, why did I turn that over? I don't know. I was going to turn over the whole thing. Some beautiful like vines. So when you look on the back here, you can see you have your little like sprigs, and then you have the little poses that go with it, and you're good to go. You have those guys and this other one. So one's going left, one's going right. Here you have like a cascading flower you might want to stamp it in like a green color and then do the flowers, right? You have these where I would use them as grass. You can do that too, or you can do the little flowers on the top. I think it'd be very cute accent. Those beautiful leaves with like your little trailing flower there. I was gonna say that looks like that one flower I always forget the name of, you guys, and then somebody tells me, I'm like, yeah, that's the one. So anyhow, here you have the little stems and then the little like flowers again, some going left, some going right, which is really great. Fun way to design those so you can flesh things out however you like. This trailing flowers going, trailing vine in the other direction. You have like a little like milk can kind of looking container here. So you have all these pieces that, or stamps, layers that can put it together. You might want to do this one first, this one, this one. She has this one, and this one. I might say she. I'm talking about Angie, the creator there of LDRS Creative. You have some pots, you can color them in, and you have the cute little accent for them. This one has a little bit of something, and it's giving it even a rounded look, just the way it's designed, which is awesome. And then this one has like something for you to put your little flowers on. Like this one has a vase and things, if you want to ground it that way, like it has a little tray or like a shelf that it's on. And this set, so really nice size to someone special. You're beautiful inside and out, wishing you a beautiful day, thankful for every day I get to spend with you. And I think this one didn't have sentiments. Okay, so the sentiments are over here. We have, again, the sprigs. You have a little vase, like a little milk jug or just a bottle. And then this beautiful thing that is like a little, again, like a shelf. So you have your sprigs, you have your beautiful flowers. I love that some of them are here, some are here, so you can do different colors of like this kind of daisy looking flower. You have like lavender here, you have your daisies. I mean, just adorable. Yeah, so I'm gonna get right to it. I'm really excited about this set. I think what I'm going to do is make some kind of little vignette and then like die cut it with some pretty paper in the background, that kind of thing. So let me grab a card base and some papers and we will get started. Just to begin, I just have a white card base here for making your own. That's 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4.25 for an A2 size. Of course, it can be whatever size you like. I have a matte layer, just pink paper. I'll pop back here. Just thought something nice and dainty like this. So that is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, and I'm just gonna glue this down. And then I'm going to pull out some inks and things, probably just some white paper. Ooh, maybe we'll do like, yeah, maybe some kind of die cutting so we'll have a background layer and then maybe that, our little design on top. I don't know. Let me grab some white paper. I'm going to grab some inks and we'll just get right to it. Okay, guys, so I just have some paper here. It's just like a 4 1/4 by 5.5. I'm going to trim this down so I'm not super worried about what that looks like. What I'm going to do is start by stamping that little brown like wood platform, but I want it to look like this pot is sitting, or like this guy is kind of in here. So what I'm going to do is stamp this just real quickly. I'm going to fussy cut a little space and we're going to use that as a mask. I hope that makes sense, but I'll show you what I mean by now. By now? Right now. Let's take this guy. And I'm just going to stamp it with whatever color I have here. I brought out some brown inks. So So I'm just going to take that, give that a stamp. I mean, I love the way it looks all etched. That is so cute. And you can definitely even use these if you like that watercoloring thing. You know, use a water-based dye or just a marker, and you can pull color out of this just with like a water brush or something. Let's see here. I don't really need to cut this completely. I'm cutting kind of on the lines of this. Just, you know, like around here. I just want this to be like a little bit of a mask. That's all I'm doing, okay? And that's just a piece of paper. So sometimes people like to do that with like, what's it called? Like a post-it note, like the one that's all sticky. I don't know if you've seen those rolls, or just post-it note, just the stickiness of that can help you with it. But this isn't too complicated, so I'm not gonna do that. I want to use light color. I'm trying to see how I should do this. I'm thinking. If I should go from light to dark, but maybe dark. No, that doesn't make sense. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna pop this here. Go ahead and tape that down. And I'm just putting the center, although, you know, I'm just gonna go for it in just a minute. What I want to do is have this basically there, just a little bit lower. I could have judged that before I put that paper down, this down. I think that looks good. A little bit lower. Let's do this first. Oh my gosh. Give me a second. Sorry, I need to keep that down. So what I can do is just use like a little scrap. Actually, for this, since I'm using this, I can just put that down, stick it down that way, and then judge it this way. Hello. I'm not sure what I was thinking. Okay. Something like that. Okay. And I'm just judging how I should do this. I feel like this should all be like a darker brown. It's just the way I'm looking at the different pieces and how they have it set up. So actually I'm going to do a little bit of light coloring on this one and darker at the top. I hope that makes sense. So that way I get those dark lines. Okay, I'm going to remove this guy, and then I'm going to bring over, let's say this one, and I'm going to lay that right on there. Just eyeballing that so it's right on that wood, and I'm going to go in with the darker color. And then that looks great. Move that guy out of the way. And normally, to be honest, I would do this just by freehand, but I'm using the stamping platform in case this is something new to you, and you can kind of check that out. So I'm going to place that here and pick that up and do the lighter brown. Look at that. Okay, so I'm going to pick that up. I love that already. Okay, let me clean up these guys that I just used, and then we're going to go in with our little pot and go from there. So now we have that guy down. I'm going to grab the other set, and I'm going to work on my little pot, and then we'll just flush it out with everything else. Oh, you know, where did I put that little stamp? Put them on the back for some reason. There you are. So now, you know, it has brown ink on it, but that's okay. I'm just going to place this here. That's basically where I want that to be stamped. And I'm going to start with the pot, but, you know, they showed the outer portion, then the inner, or whatever it is you want to do, but I just have this guy. And I'm going to go, should we go black? I was thinking about gray, possibly. I like that cute light blue like they use there. You know, maybe we'll go with this. Let me put these guys away. And you can definitely do like that bluish gray, that's lovely. I think I'm going to go, that is our darkest line probably, so I'll just go with the darkest color that I have. And so hopefully if you haven't done something like that, it's called masking, where you just, you know, cover up the area so that way this looks like it's in there instead of, and I could have pushed that down further, you know, however you want, whatever perspective you're looking for. So I would say light and then dark. So hope that makes sense. So I'll do this one. I'm just going to put that on there. And again, I talked about this in the past. When you look at a stamp, it is beveled. Like it kind of goes in. There you go. The way it kind of goes in. So I'm looking at that. I'm not looking at these edges. I'm looking at where the actual stamp is going to be stamping. And that's how I judge things like this. So I'm gonna put this on here. Again, it's watercolor effect. It doesn't have to be super perfect. It's meant to be kind of fun and just free flowing. I'm gonna use this fog color. And these are brand new and they are photopolymers, so if you don't get a very good image, you might want to take that dispersion layer off. Like I mentioned, photopolymer stamps have like a little sticky layer, and you saw how it was kind of picking up my project earlier. And look at that. And you guys, I've done projects like this in the past where you draw the color out and people are like a little bit afraid to do it, you know, try it out. This is perfect for you. Oh my gosh. Okay. And then the next one, I'll go with like a little deeper gray. Again, I'm lining it up where I can see the edges, and it's meant to be watercolor and cool and all that, so just kind of go for it. Oh my gosh, that is so cool. Okay, so there's this guy. I'm gonna go with a little bit darker gray. Look at that. Wow. Oh my gosh. Okay. With the flowers, I might just go freehand because it's fun to just kind of pop it on there. So let me clean these guys up and put them away, and I'll be right back. So I'm just looking at our flowers. Of course, we have some from this set too, so you can kind of just eyeball what it is that you want to do. This one has more like stems. They're kind of longer, right? So let's start with something maybe in the center of this one. So maybe these guys. And I'll show you a couple times, and then I'll probably have some music over it because, you know, I'm going to make choices. And so it looks like this one. I like the way that one looks. And then it looks like I want to see something. Okay, those go with the other guys. I see. All right. So this one and this one go together. And like I said, I'm just going to eyeball this and have fun that way. I usually like to use a stamping block that is close to the size of whatever it is that you're doing, because that makes it easier to manage, but we're just going to go for it right now. And again, if you use water-based inks, you can still pull color out of it if that's what you want to do. But I'm going to get this green, and I'm just eyeballing this. I'm going to pop it right there, making sure every area is touching. Looks great. I'm going to then take the flowers that go along with that, which were the ones right next to it. And I grabbed this set of inks because it's called warms, but I can see there's oranges and pinks and kind of reds in here, so I thought that'd be fun for my colors here. So let's go like this apricot color and just dabbing it, and then I'll just eyeball this, and I have no idea where these are supposed to go, so let me try and see where I might end up. Ooh, I hope, you know what, I put them somewhere. Let's take this off of here, because I was going to run into that and it's going to make it so it's hard to stamp. So let me go ahead and put that up. I'm going to keep that in front of me just for some inspo. This should still be pretty inked up. I'm going to get a little bit closer for you guys. And you can see that little gray, that soft gray. You can definitely see it in real life, so hopefully you can see it there. Hope I don't put my head in the way. Sorry guys, I'm trying to do this, but also so you guys can see what's going on. Maybe like here. A little closer. I'm just going to go for it. Look at that. And I mean, I'm a little bit off there, but guess what? We can have some fun with that in just a moment. Okay. Let's see. What else do we want? We want some trailing vines. Let's see. Something like this one. yeah, and then these little flowers go with that guy. So like if we had this little trailing vine kind of going off the side here, we can definitely do that. And then you fill it in. So all you're going to do is just continue using your flowers, your inks, you know, whatever colors you want to go with, and start filling it in. So if I went with that, I'm going to just get this going. And I'm just kind of seeing where that might be. Well, a little bit more this way. Okay. So we have that one. I'll put that to the side. And then these are the flowers that go along with that one. And again, with this one, it's a little more, like with that one, I was looking for the actual, like where the little sticks, you know, are for it. This one, you're just going to pop it down on there. So wherever looks good. Maybe I'll go with this cherry. And just kind of putting them on here. Cute. Just make sure it all touches. And look at that. You know, I wasn't looking for a specific place, just popping them on there. But, so I'm going to keep doing stuff like that, and I'll have some music, and I'll be right back. What I was doing. And then for this one, just to flesh it out a little bit more, I just grabbed this one because there's one that's kind of like out on its own here, and I just used that little bit, that very corner. I inked it up and just kind of dabbed it here and there. It was on the stamping block. So I think, let me see, what do I want to do? Think about adding more of the vine here, and this one is facing the other way, but sometimes what you can do is just ink up a certain part of it and just let it come out of here, and it looks like it's just coming out. I mean, there's just lots of ways to finish these kinds of things up, whatever you think you would like for your project. So let me kind of look around. I just want to check in with you guys and let you know what I was doing. And so hopefully you can see our little flowers and just little sprigs. I mean, even these little like ones here that you can definitely meet up with some posies. You can also just use them to kind of just stamp whatever you want, sticking out wherever you want. So I'm going to continue playing with this, and I'll be right back. One other thing, I'm just gonna take this. I took the little sprigs and I added some little red posies. They're all kind of near each other, and of course you can just look at the images here to show you which ones need to be paired up. I'm gonna take this guy and maybe just ink up. Sorry, I just noticed I was out of frame. And again, you know, take a smaller, put it the other way. That'd be great. And I'm just gonna ink up this little portion here, the same kind of color that I did on the other ones, something like that. You can definitely take a water brush and still get some other looks going. I'm just going to pop it right here. So just like it's coming out on the other side. And you saw that wasn't intended for that. I had two things and the flowers, but I'm just going to leave it sticking out right there. And as I mentioned before, like, let me see if I can grab a water brush. This is just regular paper, so that's why I was kind of like not going to do it, because it may or may not want to let me pull watercolor out of it. But you can just come in here and with the little leaves, just kind of get some of the green going. Hopefully you can kind of see that. And it just kind of colors those leaves in a little bit. You can definitely get some of your ink and just splotch it down on like your surface and get some green from that. But again, you can just pull the color out. You can do the same thing with the little poses if you want. But the whole point, I think, of the set is that it already did it for you. But you can see how that just kind of made those leaves pop a little bit. Okay, again, this isn't watercolor paper, so I was just like, we'll just do a little bit. See if it even lets me pull that out, but I think it did. So there you go. All right, I think I am done with this guy. Oh, one other thing. In the very center, it looks kind of empty, so again, put some of that down, maybe grab some of this greenery, and just kind of fill this area in so it doesn't look so empty, right? There you go. And we can also just add some blue background or something like that if you would like. So let me just grab a pen, a water-based ink here. Again, like I said, you can use your inks themselves. An re-inker just puts them down some of the re-inker. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. But again, this is not watercolor paper, so I'm really going to get this water down here to just kind of bring it here and just add a little bit wherever I feel like I would want that to be. It doesn't have to be everywhere. You know, look how pretty that is. And it just kind of gets you a little background going. You can mix it in with some of the colors that are already there. And open here. And I think that's good. You know, just a little something. It doesn't have to be everywhere. Look at that. It just adds that background. Okay. Let me put some of these things away. I'm going to bring out some dies, something to help me cut this out, and I'll be back. I pulled out my Delicate Stitches scalloped rectangle dies. I love these. This one cuts away kind of more than I would like to use, so what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to run this through some gold paper and have like a little gold frame, and then I'm just going to eyeball this. So some of it's off here, and that's okay. What I want to do is see about how big this is, and I'll cut this down to about that size. So, you know, let's say 4.5 by 3.25. So I'm going to cut this down to 4.5 by 3.25, and I'm going to run this through some gold paper. Actually, I went with pink, and it's really on here, so I'm going to try to pop that off. There we go. You know, sometimes you try to pick at the very corner, and I don't want to damage that. So anyway, okay, so you can use this for something else. You know, I can possibly even have cut this guy out with that same die, and then this would have come out like this, and I could just inlay it, however you want to do that. But I'll be right back. Okay, and then I was thinking about doing the sentiment here, so let me possibly go ahead and do that. I'm going to keep that because I can use that mask over and over. Let's see. Oh, that's sweet. Okay. To someone special, you know, you're beautiful inside and out. You can do to someone special. You're beautiful inside and out. On the inside, you know, however you would like. Thankful for every day I get to spend with you. Wishing you a beautiful day. Let's do that one. And so before I pop that on there, I'm going to just use my stamping platform so I know that that's nice and centered and straight and all that. And I will stamp that and I'll be right back. I just stamped that straight off there. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and glue this frame on, just with some glue. And then I'll probably put some dimensionals to pop this up from the base. So glue that together and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I just put dimensionals on the back of that. And we'll just bring this guy back. And we'll pop this in here. Just sweet and petite and cute. Let me turn this over, give it a good squish from the back. And that is my card. I am in love with this set. I think it's really fun. I love this kind of thing, and it makes it super easy. Look at the little accent all in there. And then we did all that, and I showed you kind of how to just kind of fill that out a little bit, and you have a really sweet card. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. I'll have the images coming up. I'll have the links in the description box. Thank you so much, LDRS Creative, for sending these items for review. I'll see you all at the next one. Bye now.